Good morning, everyone. I hope all of you are fit and fine. Today, we are starting off with our new chapter, tissues. So, we know that there is a level of organization in multicellular organisms. First is the cell, that is the smallest unit of life. For example, we have nerve cell or muscular cell in our body. The bunch of cells that work together, they form tissues. Like we have nervous tissue in our body. So the similar tissues, the tissues that work together, they form an organ. Like we have brain. The bunch of organs working together, coordinating together, form the nervous system, though they form an organ system. And the bunch of organ systems that work together, they form an organism. Like for us it is we are the human beings. So similarly you can observe it in other organisms also. Similarly, for other multicellular organisms, we see the similar levels of organization. The cells form the tissues, tissues form the organs, organ system, and the organ system working together form the organism. So let's try to define tissues now. So a tissue is a collection of interconnected cells that perform a similar function within an organism. Or we can say that it is a group of cells working together mainly inside an organ. Like the players playing together or the individuals playing together form a team. Mainly, the tissues are broadly divided into the plant tissue and animal tissue. Plant tissues are divided as meristematic tissue and the permanent tissue. We will be taking meristematic tissue for today. So, the vascular plant has many areas of growth and development. So the meristematic tissues mainly help in the growth of the plant. You can observe it from the diagram. There are various places where the increase in size of the plant that is taking place. At the root tip, at the shoot tip, and the stem also gets broader. The internodes also get elongated. So the meristematic tissues are the dividing cells. They are the only dividing cells in the plant and they help in the increase in the size of the plant. The growth of the plant occurs in certain specific regions. This is because of the dividing tissue. Every cell in the plant everywhere does not keep on dividing. So the meristematic tissues are composed of actively dividing cells which are responsible of the production of more cells. So when these cells are produced, they get differentiated into the other forms which perform the other functions. The capacity for division is restricted to certain parts of plant body that are called meristems. These are active throughout the life of the plant. Plant tissues are the group or masses of the cells that are alike in region, structure and function. They form a tissue. From the study point of view, the tissue may be grouped into the two principal groups. Here we have the printing mistake, the meristematic tissues and the permanent tissues. So we will be taking meristematic tissues and as a revision, let's see what all we have it for today. Let's now quickly check out the properties of meristematic tissues. We know that the cells of meristematic tissues are highly active and they keep on dividing. For the cells being active and to divide, its nucleus has to be prominent. So the meristematic tissues have a prominent nucleus. They should have a lot of cytoplasm to support the division. So they have a lot of cytoplasm. The cell is full of cytoplasm which supports the cell division and keep it active. And due to this, there is no space for vacuoles. So it does not contain any vacuoles. The cells have thin cell walls and they don't have any particular shape. They divide continuously. The meristematic tissues are found at the places where the plants basically grows. So it grows in the length, it grows in the width and the area between the leaves, that is called the internode and nodal areas. So these are the regions where they are placed and they are named according to the areas where they are found. The main function of the meristematic tissue is to continuously form a number of new cells. So they keep on dividing. Some of them are differentiated and they form some other tissues and other cells. So according to their location, their function, they are named as apical, lateral or intercalorie meristem. We also call the lateral meristem as the cambium. So if you listen to the word cambium, that means the lateral meristem. So we will take up all these three types one by one. It is the meristem present at the tip of the root and the stem, and these areas are commonly called as root apex or the shoot apex. Such meristem constitute actively growing region in the plant. Due to the activity of apical meristem, the plant body keeps increasing in its length. You must have observed the shoot system of the plants grow towards the sky, that is against the gravity, and the root keeps on increasing downwards. So it is due to the meristem present at the tip of the root and the stem. Observe the structure of the stem and the root tip. This is the apical meristem. Next we are taking the lateral meristem. These are present in the lateral regions of the plant and they help in the growth of the stem, the girth of the stem. In this diagram you can observe the two rings. So it grows up according to the age of the plant. The study can reveal the age of the plant. In the earlier picture it was 1 year. In this picture it is 2 years, the plant that is being shown. The third meristem is the intercalorie meristem. गन्ना खाया होगा आपने. You must have observed the nodes of the sugar cane. It is very much prominent, so I am giving its example. Otherwise, any area in between the nodes is called the intercalorie region. It initiates the lengthwise growth of the plant in addition to the primary meristem. It also forms the permanent tissues. Permanent tissues we will be taking later, so you need not worry about it, don't bother about it. But you can observe in the figure the area of elongation, the zone of elongation and the location of the intercalorie meristem. The internodes, the nodes are clearly given in this diagram, and this increase in length is also shown. Let's now carefully compare all the three types of meristematic tissues. The apical meristem are present in the area of actively dividing cells that are located at the tips of the root and the shoots. The intercalorie meristem are present at the internodes of the plant. The lateral meristems are present on the lateral side of the stem and root. Lateral means sideways. Okay, the area surrounding this, near to the border. Where is the position exactly? The tips of the root and shoot in apical meristem. Intercalorie is present at the internodes or base of the leaves. The lateral meristem are present at the lateral surface of the stem and their roots. Their main function: the apical meristem aids in the increase of height of the plant by facilitating the growth of the shoot and the root. The intercalorie meristem contributes to the increase in height with the growth of the internodes, and the lateral meristem increases the thickness of the plant by increasing the diameter of the plant.